When you're at the top, there's nowhere else to go. When you climbed Everest, you feel joy and satisfaction. But climbing it on your own is not the same as climbing it by elevator. This feeling of bliss and joy is something that the ogre Yujiro Hanma stopped feeling a long time ago. What's the point of climbing to the top if there is no obstacle and no one to stop you? When you are at the top, there is nothing to aim for. The top is empty and has nothing around. There's nothing to achieve by taking a step. So, what's the point of making it all the way to the top? On his way to the top, no one said anything to Yujiro. No one stood in his way, no one told him he couldn't. He just kept climbing until he reached the top. The reality he encountered was not what he imagined. It was cold up there, and there were no emotions to make him feel that he had achieved something great. It was in his loneliness that he realized that, although he had everything, he really had nothing. There were many things he had not yet experienced. He didn't know tragedy, he didn't know fear, and he didn't know love. A person like you and me would never understand what it means to be so strong that it even steals your dreams. This goes beyond physical strength. This power damages all other aspects of your life. This power takes everything, even light. Wealth, fame, position. When you are so strong, everything and everyone is within your reach. This was going through Yujiro Hanma's mind at the moment when his son Baki was giving him the best fight of his life. Baki was not only giving him a good fight, he was giving him a beating and making him feel pain, a pain he had almost forgotten. At that moment, the strongest creature on earth knew what happiness was. His happiness came in the fists of his own son. Imagine you crossed a desert, you had a hard time, and all you can think about is drinking water. Suddenly, you come across a vending machine and you have money in your pocket. You get a smile on your face, you are finally going to drink your favorite beverage. This was never experienced by Yujiro Hanma. He always took a plane across the desert and had the best drinks at his disposal. He never knew what it was to suffer for something he wanted. If he wanted something, he just took it. To think that Yujiro could be sad was unthinkable to many of us, but the reality is that he had always felt empty. He compared himself to the 5 death row inmates who came to Tokyo looking for defeat. He knew he could defeat them all with no problem, but that wasn't the point. They were looking for an opponent who was on their level, not above them. At the end of the day, all these criminals got their wish. They all tasted defeat and had the best fights of their lives. So why couldn't the strongest creature on earth taste that happiness? He had been waiting for this moment for most of his life. For the first time, the spark in his heart had ignited, and for the first time, he could fight with everything he had. The best of all is that it was a son of his own blood who gave him that happiness. Undoubtedly, the father versus son fight is one of the best fights, not only in manga, but in all fiction, for its great meaning and symbolism. A man who had been walking in darkness finally found the light, and the most beautiful thing of all is that it was a son of his own blood who ignited that spark. Some say that the series should have ended after this fight. Sometimes I've also thought that Baki should have ended at that point, but the truth is that I can't get enough of this amazing series. For me, it is the best fight of the whole series and one of the best in the history of fiction. Anyway, I would like to know your opinion about Yujiro Hanma's journey to his fight against Baki. Tell me if you think the series should have ended with that fight. And well, friends, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked it. I hope you have a nice day or night. See you soon.